Boom. Monday morning. Good morning, guys. How are you? Dr. Dan here, Ozark MMJ Cards. It's always fun to join you guys. You know, Mondays are always crappy. Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? No one likes to come into work on Mondays. I'm no exception, and I have a pretty decent gig here as I run a medical marijuana certification company, which I'm sure many of you know. For those of you who don't, I'll just give you a little bit of background. What we do is I run Ozark MMJ Cards. I own and operate this company, and I have a staff of a few physicians and several support staff that get people booked to get certified for having one of the qualifying conditions for a medical cannabis card. And we operate in Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Missouri at current. Those are the three states that we operate. And with that, with having those, just running a multi-state organization, much of which is done virtually, and many of our staff also work remotely, and so a lot of our interactions are virtual. There's from a personnel and managerial standpoint, there's a lot to do. There's a lot on the plate, especially if it sort of falls under your umbrella, which is mine. But we got to roll with the punches, folks. Stuff that's happened to me. I've a couple of employees out sick. My executive assistant found a really, really, really great job. I don't really blame her for going. She got a really good job. No, okay, I do blame her. She was my most tenured employee, and she was just so good. I love Hava. I think she just did so great. Anyway, so just feeling a bit shorthanded, and some of these were just call-ins that happened early this morning. So, what are you gonna do? I think I could make myself very, very stressed over it, and I'm not really sure that would do anyone much good. I don't think people like to see a wired, stressed out person. And really, at the end of the day, folks, we can only do as good as we can do. All right, that's just we do our best, and we can't really do much more than that. So cheers to the Monday morning, folks. I'm really, really grateful that you're here joining me and giving me the opportunity to just vent a little bit. In that vein, I think it's really important, folks, for us to at least just acknowledge this idea about just the slam of anxiety that can happen, especially when it comes to shifting gears from the cool and easy weekend you to the rush and hustle bustle of the Monday morning you, where you're getting back into work, shifting your mind very quickly from the lazy, doing nothing, scratching your behind weekend self to the stand up straight, use your office appropriate language, no scratching of your rear, hopefully in the office, at least not so anyone can see you. Make sure to just clean off the hands first, guys. That's just, and ladies, just as good practice. But yeah, along that vein, folks, just being able to handle the multitude of things, just the tedium of the work week, can come to a great challenge, a great emotional toll that really, when we break it down, this can really it can deteriorate our endocannabinoid reserve. Okay, and I talk about the endocannabinoid system a lot because that's pretty much what I do in this capacity, in certifying people for their cannabis cards. We get into the physiology of the endocannabinoid system and what can happen with just this chronic repetitive stress of getting up in the morning, getting ready, having to really punch it in for the workday and be ready for the workday and be productive, along with juggling the personal things that can also deplete our reserves. It just stands to reason that if we're going to come into the work week, it really couldn't hurt to just try just a little bit of slowing down, responsible microdosing if one can do it responsibly, and then responsible microdosing just to just to allow one the opportunity to be able to level themselves, all right, to come to a point of equilibrium, really, because that's difficult to just demand of your body to do on the fly. Okay, it's unnatural. We live in this modern world, and we've forced ourselves through the nature of commerce and capitalism to engage in a sort of activity, that the way how we spend our energy time in, these are pursuits that are not in keeping with our natural homeostatic physiology. And what cannabis can offer us when it's properly microdosed, it affords us the opportunity to bring ourselves back to a more natural state of how we feel like operating. Okay, and I think it makes us more productive for our workday, makes us a more mindful coworker when we're able to bring ourselves to just a more natural point of tranquility. All right. And really, this is important when we consider how we interact in the workday, especially if we're in the office setting, how we present ourselves to other humans. That really dictates a lot of the quality of our life. And if we're not bringing a lot of quality in terms of how we're presenting ourselves, and our pace of diction, and our choice of verbiage, and how we choose to conduct our nonverbal selves, which is very important. People do notice that. So even if they don't consciously say that they notice it, you can always see a person, if they're very stressed out, they'll a lot of hands moving, the head moving, a whole lot of energetic moving. So and there's nothing wrong with that, but because we are humans and we do emote, but to be able to conduct yourself in a regular productive manner, we probably need to modulate the degree to which that we're going to be projecting our nonverbal communication. And I think being able to just slow that down naturally, and especially in the mornings, folks, when we tend to rush ourselves, finding a way to direct our habit energy towards just allowing ourselves good buffer in the morning, a little bit of morning buffer time, even if it means waking up a little bit early. Over time, you can plan your life out so you can just grab yourself 15 more minutes to give yourself that little bit of headspace, so that you can slowly work your way into your day. Please ignore whatever alarm, if you can hear the alarm from the parking lot. But yeah, folks, hey, look, we have to be adaptable, folks. All right, boom, stop. That's why we don't wig out, okay? Stuff is going to happen, and there's always going to be things that we can't control. Sometimes we just have to keep moving on, all right? It's just a Monday. It's like any other day. It's just like any other day. There's only going to be so much we can get done. We certainly can't control the other humans, what's going to happen with them, whether they call in sick, whether they have a bad day, or whether they woke up and had a fight with their spouse, or their kids spat in their face, or something like that. They had to clean up a pile of dog feces or something, right? I could go on and on. And really, all we can do is try and just really present our most bright and joyous, just our most ebullient selves. All right. That's really the best that we can do. And the only way we can do that is if we just allow ourselves the space to become that. Because I know on a Monday morning, I sure as hell don't wake up like that. I don't wake up using words like ebullient. So just as a side note. Anyway, look, guys, just have a great day at work. Have a wonderful week. Take it one step at a time. Take a deep breath. It's all going to be fine. Even if it's not all going to be fine, most of it is. The part that you can control, take it easy. Find that person at work that you might not interact with a whole lot. Give them a high five. Ask if they need a cup of coffee. Help them out. Open a door for someone. Be a kind human. And really, those are the things that are going to make the day go by really, really well. Not whether you've filed your TPS reports, all right? That goes for you too, Lumberg. Listen, everyone, have a great day. Love you guys. Dr. Dan. Peace out. Be well.